Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode here of Minecraft Classic. Today we are going to be starting something quite interesting that I am very excited for. You guys can tell in the title and the thumbnail, so you guys know what it is. But before we get to that, there's some things I did off camera that I need to talk to you guys about and explain to what I did. So one of the things that I did do is get some cows. You can see right here that we have some cows right here, which is nice. So I started breeding them. We have a baby little cow right here, which is very nice. The second thing you can see is that we have some wheat over here. So that's how I got the cows, actually. So you might be wondering, what is all of this leading to? Well, in the last video, we went to the Nether. Now, I actually went back to the Nether because I wanted to find another fortress to potentially find another diamond. Now, I did. I also find something extra as well. So I have the extra diamond here, which is pretty nice. And then down here, I found this rib armor trim. Now, I don't think I've used this one yet, so I'm actually quite interested to see what this looks like. We're not going to be using it yet because we need a lot of diamonds to duplicate it, and that'll be a while away before we can get that. So, but as you can see, we can officially make the enchantment table. So I want to actually quickly start it by making the enchantment table, mostly because it's taking up spot in our in our chests. So we can now make it. There we go. Now we can't really do anything with this at the moment. There's nothing. We don't have the books really. That's actually why we have the cows, and you know, we need the wheat for the cows. We need the cows plus the sugar cane to make the bookshelves. Plus we also need the wood. So we're not going to be getting it at this moment. So for now, I do want to make an enchantment kind of building up here. So I'm just going to place that there for now, and that way I can remember. And that's kind of it. So I did find the second fortress. It is in the Nether. I did mark it. I'll show you guys that in another video. But it was quite a lot of fun. I actually did as well. I'm pretty sure I forgot to tell you guys, but I got my first blaze on, which is actually quite interesting. So that's pretty cool. So the second thing is I also expanded the potato farm. Now I haven't harvested this yet because, as you guys can tell from the title, we're going to be making a giant potato field somewhere. Actually, we're going to be making it over yonder, over there. That's kind of where I want to make it. I'm going to show you guys really quick where I want to make it. Okay, so right across the house lake over here, you can see that there's a nice little bit of flat land right here. Now, it's not completely flat. However, it is more flat than the surrounding areas. So I want to make this entire area here kind of one big area. So I am actually going to start off by clearing some of this so that I remember, because I'm going to forget. So I want to start on this level right here. So we're going to make, you know, like a little giant field, and that's just what we're going to do. We're going to do all of potatoes. Potatoes are one of my favorites. And sticking to the Minecraft Classic nature, we're not making an automatic farm for it. We are instead, how do we have a banner thing? So we can make, oh, I thought we said we unlocked the banners, but I think we can make those now. Okay, that's very interesting. But yeah, so we're going to be making it at this level. Now, I'm going to do as well a farm one, a wheat one, I should say. Wheat is kind of important, so I think it is kind of important to make it, so actually harvesting some of this isn't that bad. But we will be harvesting, because I don't think our wheat one is as big as our potato one on like our mini farm. So that's something that we're going to have to remember. I'm almost thinking of doing it in layers. So what I want to maybe do is do like this layer up here, we can do potatoes. And then we can go down here, we can flatten it and then do the wheat. Or maybe we can do, yeah, we could do the wheat here or something. Because I don't want one of them to be bigger than the other, if that makes sense. Well, actually, maybe we do in a sense, because actually we'll keep the flowers. Maybe we do, because the wheat one we can use for a bunch of different animals. We can use for like the sheep, the cow, like I just saw. Those are just some examples. And for bread, of course. And we can use them if we ever want to make mud bricks. We can make mud, or mud blocks, whatever they're called. We can use wheat for that too. So maybe we do want to make the wheat one a little bit bigger. However, that's something that we'll probably do later down the road. For now, we're not going to be worrying about that. Alright, so I'm back now, and I think we want to start harvesting some other potatoes. I did, as you can see, get some logs over here, which is very nice because we're going to need some of that later. It's also raining, which is very nice. So we want to start off by harvesting the potatoes. Let's do the potatoes first, and then we'll come back and do the the wheat version of the farm. So let's grab all of this. I'm wondering how much we're going to get from all of this, actually, because if we can get a lot from this, then I can't wait I can't imagine how much we're going to get from a fully big field like this. Like, we should be set for a life basically after this. So let's go ahead and see how much we get. There's a couple in the water over here. That just cleans it, actually. I mean, typically you have to clean the potato anyway before you eat it. So, you know, this actually isn't bad. You know, it's okay that it's in the water, and it's totally not salt water. Okay, so it's fine. So we are at a whopping 4 stacks and 7 potatoes, all from this, which is actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave some kind of just in case potatoes here. So we have the 4 stacks here. Now I want to go ahead and start working on the potato farm over there. So we have our bucket, we have our hoe. I did have to make a new shovel because I was broken nether when I was exploring, so I did have to go make another one, but that's okay. So let's go here. We grab Miss Silky. Let's go ahead across the boat. I don't think she's gonna get in the boat. You want to get in the boat? Gosh, I can't wait to get leads. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we have the area. We are going to quickly light it up because it is a little bit dark out right now, because it is raining, of course, which is the only downside of it raining, but it does look nice with the shaders, so, you know, shout out to complimentary shaders. So what the plan is, we're going to start by breaking this thing off, I think. I don't really want this here. I just don't think it'll look that good, in my opinion, having like a little middle section here, so we're going to get rid of all of this really quick. And then we're going to start flattening some of the area. Now, I do want to establish kind of like, what's the word, like a boundary almost, I guess you could say. So that's going to be something that we can do. Now, one thing I'm considering to do, we might not do it. I don't think we're going to do it yet, but eventually if we want to upgrade it, one of my favorite things to do is make farms that, so typically on like the Shenanigan SMP, for example, I have my potato farm. I press a button which dispenses a lever, or sorry, dispenses a dispenser of water, and will break all the crops automatically, and then I go in and manually place it back. Now on that farm, all the stuff that breaks automatically goes into smokers and cooks. We're not going to do that one. We're just going to make it so that we get it ourselves. You know, we'll put it in like a, maybe I'm thinking we can put it into like a small hole that we can just go down and collect. But we're not going to do that right now. That's something that we're going to do later because I want to manually like kind of craft and stuff. I don't know if that's considered cheating. Let me know in the comments if you, I say cheating, but breaking the rules of our own series. But I like to think that it's using redstone in a creative way to, you know, do that. And it's not abusing because it's not like we could be using villagers to make ourselves potatoes and automatically cook it and be delicious. You don't have to do anything except for sit there. And I'm deciding not to do that. So I like to think that I'm doing the good thing here. But yeah, let me know in the comments what do you guys think first. Okay, so we have ourselves an infinite water source over there. Now I kind of want to start off with the perimeter. So we're gonna mark it. So we have 64. So that's in total. I don't know how much that is. 128, 256, I think in total. So that'll be kind of interesting. So that's a. We can maybe do like a giant. Maybe we could do like a big 16 by 16. So we can do like a 64 thing square of potatoes maybe. So if that's the case, how do we want to do it? Because we could do rows, right? We could easily do rows here. Actually, maybe we just do rows here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to set up an area right here. So we have some of this. We're going to set up like a kind of like a thing here. We're just going to quickly set up like a little boundary here. And the idea is we're just gonna do like strips, I think, of it instead of doing like a big kind of platform. We're just gonna do kind of strips like this, and then we can do something like that. So that's okay. And then maybe we can go over here a bit and just make like a giant kind of thing. I wanted to eventually, like, one of my goals is I want to make a giant like field for all of this, like a giant like, and that's more for like aesthetics purposes. It's not gonna be like looking nice. That's not the goal. The goal really is to just have like a giant field, because like, you know how in real life they sometimes have those like giant wheat fields and stuff. Like I want one of those but of potatoes in Minecraft. So that's going to be the plan, and it needs to go to right about here, so we're, you know, getting on the edge basically, but hey, it still works. So then we can just quickly do this really quick, and just to set up the boundaries and perimeters. So this is what this is going to be. So that is what this will be. So we could do strips. I was thinking of doing strips, but we actually could do something else as well. What we could do is, and for those of you guys who don't know, in Minecraft, if you place one water source block down, it'll go 4 blocks out this way. So if we go like here, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. We can technically place it here, I think. Because then it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so if we place one here, basically, we might be able to do it. So if we kind of just place these in a diagonal, we might be able to not need to do all of it. So then what we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would go here. Yep, you can see that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should go here. Which is kind of like the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this needs to go here, actually. So this needs to be a double thing, actually. That'll be okay. So let's quickly go over here. Ooh, we do need to eat some food as well. Okay. So then this can go over to here. And then, oh yeah, we can't. That's not an infinite water source. Whoopsies. And then, okay. So then the interesting thing is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would have to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this should work basically. Now I know there's probably a better way to do it than this, but this is just the way that I'm gonna do it for now. So basically, what we are going to do is do 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will go here, and this is gonna go here, I think, and then we're gonna have one here and here, basically. And then I think we need to as well have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we need to have one there and one there. So this is basically, I'm hoping this will work for the watering the crops. So ideally, hopefully this works. We do have to keep going back and forth. Alrighty, so now that we're done, we do want to start by hoeing everything down. So ideally this should, whoops, no, we need to do that. So ideally this should all be acceptable, basically. Hopefully. So typically I like to put the, oh, it also might be different because of the oh, it might actually, we actually need to sleep really quick because not only are mobs going to spawn, but also the rain is going to naturally make these watered anyway. So we actually need to go and sleep really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, so we're back. So now we are able to fully test to see if these were good enough. We might need to fix it a little bit, but ideally this should be kind of perfect. So one of the things I like to do is I do like to put slabs over these, and then that's where I put the torches over. We're gonna do that. I just want to make sure that these are actually the right spaces to do it first. So we're going to first of all start off by making sure that's the right size, and then we can go ahead and do that. So and if all of these should become like these kind of soiled ones, then that's when we'll put the slabs on top, and then we can put the torches on. So that's kind of the idea here. Alrighty, so I think it's safe to say that it's working. As you can see, a lot of the stuff over here is turning to the soil, which is going to be very good. So I did actually have to make a lot of stone hose. So we're going to go ahead and just quickly put a little bit of these slabs on top. So if you do that, there's actually, if I go into Freecam really quick, you can see that there is water under here. Okay, maybe not see it, but you know, there is still water here. So that's a little trick that you guys can do. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is going to work. So basically the idea is, now that we have all that done, we're just going to put in the potatoes. So we might have a little bit more potatoes than we need, but hopefully we have enough. So we're just going to go ahead and add the potatoes in. So cue the time lapse. Yeah, we didn't have enough, but we do have a good start, which is this is going to show that it's going to be a lot of potatoes, so that'll be very, very good. The second thing I actually want to do is make as much of these as I can, because we're going to need a bunch of these so that monsters don't just walk over the crops. We're going to also need an entrance as well, so we're probably going to make it Honestly, I'm also trying to plan out here like how this is gonna look, because we want the farm over there. So I'm trying to figure out if we want to like go around the side this way or go around the side that way. And I'm kind of thinking we make like the pathway, like if we make the entrance kind of like right here. It's not exactly center per se, but it does get the job done. Like it can kind of go in this little center bit. And then the idea being that no mobs can get in except for us, and we'll obviously have like a fence gate. And then what we can do is just do like, you know, end this here, start the next farm over here. So we might not actually even do that. Or actually what we might do is just go down actually instead. So what I'm thinking we do here is, like, technically this will keep going down like this, so that'll keep going, and then we can even break this here. Like this terrain is gonna follow the basically the farm, if you think about it. So then this will kind of go something like this. So the idea is, now that this is flat, we kind of just continue the farm going this way. So then, you know, what we'll do is continue the fences going here, and then they'll go down, and then they'll keep on going. So then this would look kind of something like this, where like the farms will just kind of keep going progressively down, maybe is what we can do. Something like that. And then the benefit of that is that if we do the dispensers with the water, we might have to shorten this farm a bit, but we could technically make it so that one, you know, or a couple of one row of dispensers dispenses every single thing down here. So that's actually something that we could potentially do. Now, like I said, these farms are designed to be easily expandable. So this wheat one, I think we might honestly just stop like maybe like right here. Kind of a short one, but again, we don't want to deal too much with wheat. If we didn't have enough potatoes, I doubt we're gonna have enough seeds to even do this farm at the moment, so it's not gonna be like a big deal. But the idea basically being that eventually, like once we start getting more and more, then we can obviously like expand this even more, which is kind of the entire point of this. So we can kind of go something like this and go here, and there we go. And then we can go here. Perfect. So now all that we really need to do is, if we do 1 2 3 4, one can go here, 1 2 3 4. So we can do maybe like one here, 1 2 3 4, one here, I'm thinking, because that'll reach each end basically. Yep. 1 2 3 4, one here, each end, 1 2 3 4, unless maybe 2 3 4. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do one, because it's not gonna be even. So unless we do this here, and then we put this here and move this back by 1, which might look a little bit better, because then it's 4 in between, and then 4. Yeah, this works. Okay, I got it. So that's basically what we want to do, and then again, we're just gonna hoe everything down. Alrighty, so we are now finished with all of this. So we do have some seeds that we have right here. However, we're going to need to go over to the other side and get some of the seeds over there. So let's go ahead and get some of that. Now, really quick, I do want to quickly just talk about some things. We are kind of struggling with wood, not going to lie. We have a mini forest over there, which I keep needing to tear down. I planted some of the trees. This is going to take kind of a lot. So what I'm thinking we want to do maybe is, do you guys think that next episode we should try and go find some spruce trees? Now, spruce trees I do prefer spruce trees, not gonna lie. They are easier to chop down, because you can plant them in a 2x2 and get like a really tall tree. And they're also just, you know, I don't know. I like the wood more. I do like the oak here, but I feel like maybe spruce. And I am kind of liking the oak vibe that we have here. But when it comes to making sticks and stuff, because we do need a lot of sticks when it comes to the like making these fences and fence gates, we can actually maybe use them to make the sticks instead, and that way we only use the oak wood for the, you know, the actual making of the fences and whatnot. So this might be doable, but I'm not sure. So we might do something where we kind of like make like a little section for like double trees. Like maybe over there we can make like an area of just like double wide spruce trees. Now we do have almost 2 stacks of this, so this actually might be doable. So this actually equates to 2 stacks because we had 3 here, so this actually does equate us to 2 stacks. So basically we have 2 full stacks here. Let's see if this is enough to fill it. Remember the potatoes, we had almost 4 stacks. It's about twice as big as the potato one, maybe like 1.5 times bigger. So maybe it can fit all of these, but I honestly kind of highly doubt it. We're already down to our last 57 and we're not even halfway done yet. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to be finishing this. However, this is one of those things where like I can easily maintain off camera, which is gonna be really nice to be able to do, and just, you know, that way I don't have to keep worrying about like getting the food and whatnot. So this will be very great to manage, because when you know, while I'm doing my other things, you know, getting trees and whatnot, these will just be growing in the background. So it's actually really nice to have these. Now the next thing that we're going to do is go over here, jump over this ravine, and get some of these trees because we're in need of them. Well, there we go. We now have 47 logs and no longer have an axe, which is great. So I think we'll be able to make a decent bit of the fences, hopefully, because I just don't want monsters to be able to like walk on them. And also these animals, like, they're kind of dumb and they kind of like walk over the crops, so I don't want to have to come back and see most of my crops are gone. So we're gonna have to, you know, make sure that this is working. Now, I also have another question for you guys. I keep asking you guys questions, I know. But should we make our tree farm over here? At least the ones for this, the oak. Only because, well, maybe we can have 2. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from having 2. The only reason why I say that is because we kind of have our farm over here. We might as well just make this like an entire farming district. But actually, at that point, we, you know, can just have some for both, because in case we need you know, some trees over there and some over here, we can always have some of that. So we're gonna be turning all of this into, we'll make like a couple of these, like we'll make 2 of them, but the rest are just going straight into this. We'll make a little bit more of these. Probably that should be good. And we'll just go here. Yeah, we should have a decent bit at this point, so let's quickly go ahead and finish this. So we're not gonna actually do it over here, I don't think, because that just doesn't really make much sense to waste it right there. So we're gonna put 1 here like that, and then we'll even mark it with 2 things here. Oh, that's not where it goes. There we go. And then down here we're gonna go ahead and mark this kind of like this. So we'll probably go over here, only because I don't want to make another one, and I don't want like 1 there, and you know, design choices basically. So let's quickly go over here really quick. Honestly, it's been a while since I've made a farm like this, not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've made like a farm inside of like a kind of fenced in area. So it's quite nice to, you know, be doing this. I won't lie with you guys. So it is definitely a lot of fun. And then we might do some right here, just in case, you know. And then we'll do obviously the one there because we have one over there. And this is our farm basically completed. So obviously we don't have everything in the farms just yet, unfortunately. Although we are pretty close to being able to do that. So it's actually pretty good in my opinion. So I think this is a good place to start, at least. I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely better than what we had before, just kind of the area at our house. Oh, do we have a boat on us? We don't have a boat on us. Darn it. Wanted to see if we can maybe boat that Enderman and try and get an Ender Pearl, because that would have been nice. But I'm not going to lie, this isn't that bad. I mean, hopefully I'm doing some drone shots above, but, you know, I think it's pretty good. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of Minecraft Classic. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.